The video you're about to see contains important information that can prevent injury to you and your customers. It might even save your life.
We'll talk about 4 areas: hazard communication, gasoline safety, fire safety, and personal protection. Let's start with hazard communication.
Your facility has a hazard communication program binder. It's divided into 2 sections.
The first section contains a chemical inventory list. This is a catalog of every hazardous product and chemical used at your facility and where each one is stored.
The other section of the binder contains material safety data sheets, or MSDSs for short. The MSDSs have health and safety information about all the products on the chemical inventory list, including fuels and cleaning chemicals.
Each MSDS includes a description of the product and how flammable it is, potential health effects, emergency first aid procedures, safe handling precautions, and whether you need to wear any personal protective equipment.
If you ever have an accident on the job with a hazardous substance, don't panic. The MSDSs will help you know what to do.
Ray, I just had a little accident. It's not a big deal, but I figured I'd better let you know about it.
What happened, Paula?
Well, I was getting ready to mix the sanitizing solution, and I splashed a little bit on my hand. Like I said, it's not very important.
Oh, wait a minute. That concentrated sanitizer is a hazardous substance, and you know the rule. You spill any chemical on yourself, you check the MSDS on it. Let me go get the HazCom binder. All right, here it is. Let's see. Health hazards. The concentrated product may cause skin irritation. Emergency and first aid procedures. Skin. Immediately flush with plenty of water for at least 15 minutes. See? This is a good thing we checked. You need to go rinse your hands in cool running water for at least 15 minutes, minimum. Did any of it splash on your clothes or shoes or spill on the floor?
No, just my hand.
Well, that should do it then. But if you notice any skin irritation over the next couple of days, let me know right away, okay?
Okay.
Don't forget to wear rubber gloves and eye protection from now on when you handle the concentrated sanitizer.
I won't.
And remember, there are written procedures for a reason, to help keep you safe. Even if you think you know what you're doing, it's always good to review the process.
Okay, can I go wash my hands now?
Go rinse your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
Your HazCom binder. Know where it is, know how to use it. Because you never know when you might need it.
Sometimes, though, it's your responsibility to provide important information. For example, whenever you transfer a hazardous product or chemical, you must label the new container clearly with the name of the product and the main hazard it presents. Never put anything in an unmarked container, and always make sure you close the lid tightly.
The most common hazardous substance you work around is your main product. That's gasoline. It's an extreme fire hazard. If you ever have an incident involving gasoline, like a spill, you need to handle it with care and quickly.
Hey, Sandy, I need to clean up that small spill by dispenser 1. Can you take care of the store for a little while? Sure.
Cleaning up small spills is easy. Your facility may use either absorbent material or a product specifically made for this purpose. In either case, you'll need to wear safety glasses, latex gloves, and a safety vest. And cone off the area you'll be working in. If you're using a special product, follow your store's cleanup procedure. If you're using absorbent material, cover the spill completely with a thin layer to soak up the gasoline. Then sweep the material up and dispose of it in an appropriate container. Since it's hazardous waste, do not put it in the regular trash.
Most gasoline spills are less than a gallon. But what if you have a larger spill, say one that could ignite and start a major fire? What do you do then?
The very first thing you need to do is hit the emergency shutoff switch. This immediately stops the flow of gasoline to every dispenser.
Next, call the fire department. In most parts of the country, the number to dial is 911.
Finally, get customers out of their cars and walk everyone to a safe place away from the station. Stay there until the fire chief tells you it's okay to return. Never let anyone start their car. An engine spark could ignite gasoline vapors and cause a fire.
Remember, you're most likely to stay calm in any emergency if you've done your homework. Become familiar with your facility's emergency plan, which should be located near the phone. It includes step-by-step emergency procedures, an evacuation map, and a list of people to call. If you smell gasoline, investigate. Play it safe by playing it smart.
Gasoline isn't the only thing that can burn at your facility. In fact, you're more likely to have to deal with a trash fire, grass fire, or even a customer's car engine fire. The important thing to know is how to control these small fires so they don't become big ones.
Okay, Joe, let's run through the drill one more time. Now, it might seem pretty basic, but believe me, if you ever have to use one of these things, you want it to be automatic. I remember one time at another job, someone threw a cigarette or something into the trash. Anyway, it started to smolder, and the next thing we knew, everything was on fire. I gotta tell you, it was pretty scary. So, shall we go through the steps one more time?
You bet.
Okay. Now, pretend you got a trash fire over there. What do you do?
Well, I hold the extinguisher in one hand,
Right.
and the hose
If there is one.
in the other hand.
And now step back a little bit. You
Oh.
want to be about 6 feet away from the fire.
that's right.
Yeah, okay. Then what?
Okay, well then I take out the ring pin next to the handle.
Good.
I squeeze and release the handle quickly to make sure the nozzle's not clogged.
Right.
Hold up the canister upright and spray the fire.
Whoa, not quite so quick. You want to be aiming at the base of the fire and then sweep the hose back and forth.
Okay. This.
There you go.
This is pretty easy, actually.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll never have to use it. But if you do, you'll be glad you took the time to learn now.
Yeah, and I saw that all the instructions are printed on the outside of the canister in case I need help.
That's right. Just remember, though, don't try and be a hero. No matter how small the fire is, always call the fire department first, or have a coworker make the call. Then use the extinguisher.
Thanks, Steve. I'll remember.
Okay.
There's one other potential fire situation that's easy to prevent once you know about it.
Remember how flammable gasoline is? Believe it or not, even a single spark of static electricity can cause it to ignite. That's why it's important to make sure customers follow a few simple precautions when filling gasoline containers.
Make sure they use only containers that are specifically meant for gasoline. That means no glass jars, no plastic milk jugs, no water bottles.
Never let a customer fill a portable container with gasoline when it's sitting in a car trunk or back of a pickup truck. Make sure they always put the container on the ground before filling it.
A little prevention goes a long way toward being safe in everything you do. Take personal protection, for example. Always wear the correct gloves for the job. To help keep any germs on the gloves and off you, peel them off inside out after you're finished. Then soap your hands and rub them together well under running water for at least 20 seconds. Good hand washing protects you from skin contact with hazardous chemicals or germs. It also helps keep them from entering your body through your mouth or eyes when you touch your face. If you do swallow or breathe in a hazardous substance, immediately check the product label or MSDS for emergency first aid procedures.
Always wear safety glasses or goggles when you're working around hazardous materials.
You can keep yourself and your customers safe by looking at every task you do and asking, what could go wrong? How can this be done safely?
Remember, no matter what your job is, you could be the one in charge in an emergency. Are you prepared?
Know where your store's MSDSs are kept.
Know what information is in an MSDS and how to read it.
Know where your emergency shutoff switches are located.
Know how to clean up small gasoline spills.
And what to do in the unlikely event that a large spill occurs.
Know how to use a fire extinguisher properly.
Know how to prevent a static ignition fire.
Know what kind of protective equipment to wear.
And the proper way to dispose of hazardous materials.
An emergency can strike anywhere, anytime, anybody. It can even happen to you. But as long as you're prepared, it won't strike you out.